What is up, guys? North Digital Assets coming at you with another video. In this video, we're going to take a look at the crypto market, Bitcoin, today with one of the largest 4-hourly candles we have seen in a long time. There's only one candle that's been bigger in the last months, and I'll show you which candle that is in this video. Like and subscribe. Norris Digital Assets, 25 plus assets, including Casper Curve, ADA, XRP, HBAR, VeChain, API 3, and CKB. The point of this channel is buy these altcoins during the phases of fear in the market, and when the market is in a massive downturn, and when people are saying crypto is dead and everyone's saying it's going to go lower. The point of this channel is to be buying, DCAing, and buying into these altcoins, because in hindsight, in a year or two from now, it's these altcoins at these prices are going to look almost free. Where is the bottom? That's what we've been looking at. So that's what we've been trying to find. That's the million-dollar question. But let's look at the latest price action on Bitcoin right now. Right here, Bitcoin flirting with $23,000 right here. Pretty good movement up since the possible low. We can't guarantee this is the low, but since the possible low back on June 18th, Bitcoin up about 30%, 30.4%. The candle today looking good, like I was just talking about. And again, Bitcoin leads the altcoins. It leads the market, like always, because it is so dominant. Let's take a look at the size of this candle today that we are currently sitting on, and then we'll take a look at what I think this means here. So the size of this candle here, 8.13% total, 8.1% total. Good volume spike here. You can see this volume spike is a little higher than some of these other spikes here, but we haven't seen a candle this size, 8.13. The only ones close to that, you have one here on July 19th, but if we measure that, that is only 5.5%, definitely not the 8.1%. You start looking through here. We haven't had any 4-hour volume this large that we're seeing today for a while. Here, not since June 19th, one day after the possible bottom, and that is when people were buying up the fear and buying up that extreme low. And you measure that here up to the top of the wick, 9.8%. So about 1.7, 1.8% larger than the candle today. But again, we haven't seen this since the possible bottoms. We haven't seen volume or a price spike this large in a while on the 4-hourly, which is good news. What are we going to see here? If I actually zoom out on the 4-hourly, when we have these levels set in channels, when we actually take a look at this, when you look at these channels here, these channels line up with these giant spikes on the VPVR here. The VPVR is just the volume here anchored, but anchored to the side. We have the volume down here below, but this is volume anchored to the side, which kind of lines up with support and resistance. Currently, right now, the red is the most supportive, and the red line is with this indicator is the most supportive or the largest resistance in the trend. And we went just a hair below it and bounced off it real hard and came back up. So that's kind of what's going on today. Are we going to pump up to the top of this channel and then roll one more time to that $15,000 Bitcoin, $14,000 Bitcoin, even lower? That's the million-dollar question. Or is this the start of wave 5 to fake everybody out, and it is a bear trap and the bears will get left in the dust? And everybody that's trying to buy way down in here, that is for sure they're going to buy lower. If the markets start to heat up, the stock market and other markets start to heat up, crypto will run with them, and crypto can also run on its own. Will this never come for those people, and it'll be a bear trap, and they will have to chase this run higher? To me, playing the strategy of trying to buy in when Bitcoin dumps again, if it does, is too risky. Again, I told you my strategy right now. I am in the market. I'm holding many different altcoins. I'm still DCAing into coins. Over the last month or two, I have been buying stuff. I'd like to buy some more stuff like a coin like Bepro. Bepro would be a 27x just to its all-time high if the market started running again, a coin like Bepro. Meaning, you put $1,000 into something like Bepro, an altcoin, you buy it on KuCoin, an exchange like that. $1,000 would turn into $27,000 just if Bepro reaches its previous all-time high. And you know how these markets work. A lot of the time, most stuff with time, you give it time, most things do return to their high, whether it's Tesla, whether it's Netflix, whether it's stocks, it's crypto, etc. Give it time. Sometimes this investment, and especially for us in crypto, sometimes investing is slow and boring, and it's a waiting game. But you DCA in, you buy that fear, you buy when the market's low, like we have been, like we've been talking about. You're here and you lose support and you drop, and then you create this bear flag. So here's the flagpole, and here's the bear flag. You lose support of that, you fall again. Another bear flag, you fall again. What is this one going to do? That's the million-dollar question. That's what we're waiting on. Is this the start of wave 5, or is there one more dump for Bitcoin? Like I said, too risky for me to be all in cash and out of the market waiting to buy everything lower right now in case we do get some movement up. I did draw this out a while back for you guys. Let's go to the daily here, and I'll just show this real quick. I'm not going to stretch this video out. A possible WXY double 3 combination. Yeah, sounds kind of crazy, but it is what it is. The market can get pretty complicated. So basically you came up in wave 3, and then you have this massive WXY correction. That's a possibility. This is called a double 3. It's a known pattern in Elliott wave theory. So we're just waiting to see if June 18th was the bottom or not. We're kind of in a critical tipping point right now for Bitcoin, if there's going to be one more drop or not. Hold support and we will climb the stairs, lose support, and we will start to fall to that next section back to 17.5, which was here. Let's go back to chart we were just on. Let's take a look here. Let's shut the VPVR off. When you're drawing these channels, so if we were to lose, and look, you tapped it here when you draw it as a channel. You can also draw it when I had this bottom white line, and then I had this line straight across. I had this line as a triangle, so kind of two patterns in one. But when you look at it as this channel, yes, if you would have lost this here, yes, you could expect, and you lose it and then bump your head, you could definitely expect to go back to the 17.5 or a little lower for some sort of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type correction. That's always possible. But a lot of the time when you lose support on these rising wedges, these rising channels, if you were to lose support, that's where you'd be heading back. Right now though, it's looking good. We have that volume spike today, biggest 4-hourly candle we've seen since June 19th. Good news. I still believe that we will see, like I've been saying, that target of 26.5. Let's go back here. Still believe we are in target to that 26.5K Bitcoin, up to that massive resistance level where you can see it on the VPVR. You can see it in this range. You can see it from summer 21 in June and July, when 28 and 29 were such important support levels that made us, that let us run up to 69K with Bitcoin. So I still believe it just takes some time. It's slow, it's boring, it's up and down, it's waveforms, it's psychological, but look at these waves. As long as you stay in these waves in this channel, you are creating higher low, higher low, higher low. We'll see if this holds. We have that, like I said, the biggest 4-hour candle since the possible bottom on June 18th, June 19th. Largest 4-hourly candle, big candle today, 8.1%, including the wick. So we'll see where we move next, but you're creating local higher lows and local higher highs, which is good news. Still think we're in that target up to, let's mark this, around 26.5. Between that and 28, 29, the million-dollar question is, do you come up into here, find some support, get a little bit of resistance, but then start to move back up, start heading towards 30K, start to fight some resistance, start to find some support, start to get some volume, start to get some FOMO, start to get people interested in the market again, and then start to get towards Elliott wave theory, that it is a fifth wave, and that this whole thing was a bear trap. It was to shake people out of the market, and it was to move up. That's what we're waiting to see. Or will there be one more dump down to that $15,000, $16,000 Bitcoin? Play the market how you will. I know how I'm playing it. Too risky to me. too risky to me to be out of the market and be selling right now so that I can buy in lower. Too risky, holding longer term, going for the slow and boring route with a lot of my holding bags. With some of your trading bags, especially if you're leveraging. I was leveraging Sandbox, got stomped out. That's just what happens sometimes. We're going off probabilities. With this roll of Bitcoin being deeper than I thought, buying into some leverage on some different altcoins, I got stopped out and lost that money, but all is well. That just happens. Leveraging is risky in these altcoins. When you're getting into these altcoin trades, you have to know that that's on the table, that you could lose, but you're going off of probabilities in the charts. And as we've seen in this latest price action in this channel, you have been going to the top. Once you're able to call the channel when you see these tops and the bottoms, it's stayed in it very nicely. I know I'm drawing this up rough here, but it has stayed in it nicely. So people have been trading when it hits that bottom line, they can buy into it and leverage it, and then when it gets to that top channel line, they sell it. But I think it's about time for us to break through that channel. There's been enough taps on this channel, and we're getting ready. I hopefully for that target of 26.5 to 28.29. If you are worried that the market is going to dump one more time and 28.29 is just a bull trap, then take a lot of profits from these latest moves on the way up to that 28.29, up into that range, sell a lot of stuff, and then buy back in lower. To me, that is too risky. I won't be doing that. I'm going to be selling. I will sell some stuff in that 28.29. I'll take, some profits from stuff I've DCA'd in over the last month or two, but a lot of mine will be holding bags of Cardano, holding bags of XRP, holding bags of CKB, holding bags of Curve. A lot of that stuff I'll hold on to, and I will never sell XRP. Far, far, far too risky to sell XRP. In my opinion, with the lawsuit looming, and the lawsuit still looks good for XRP and Ripple. Lots of small wins across the board, and it seems like it's a fair lawsuit for Ripple so far, and they've got a good chance of settling. So if that lawsuit happens to settle while the market's already starting to pump, then look out. I mean, XRP will go parabolic ballistic. That's my opinion. Too risky. I will not sell my XRP unless it explodes. There's no way I will sell it and try to buy in lower. So that's my thought on that. Still just giving the market some time. And back to my point from earlier, my original drawing, that $1 million question, play the market how you will. Was this a WXY33? Is this the start of wave 5? And it's fooling a lot of people, because a lot of people, the amateurs, the beginners, everybody thinks that it's going to go lower. Everybody. And the bearish accounts are really, they've been looking good lately, I'm not going to lie. But eventually their time is going to run out. And there's not going to be much food left for the bears eventually. And it's going to fool them. Same way it fools bulls. So that question is will that be the start of that wave 5? And again, of course, no straight shot. People might say this is crazy. No, it's not crazy. It's just the Fibonacci, and it's just Elliott wave, and it's a fair valuation, 130,000. Wave 5 just has to be as large as wave 1 to get up to 130,000, and that's standard Elliott wave theory. So no matter how crazy that sounds to you, it is what it is. But will this be wave 5? And it will be in waveforms. There'll be 5 subwaves. There'll be a correction. There'll be 5 subwaves. There'll be a correction. So keep that in mind. It'll take time. It would be late 22, early 23, still on the table. So while we're creating higher lows and higher highs in that nice candle today, price action up. That's the latest update on Bitcoin and the crypto market, and a little info on some altcoins for you. Like and subscribe, share this video with somebody. Still trying to grow the channel. The channel will have its birthday next week. It'll be 1 year old. About 227 videos. People have watched my videos now in 60 countries. I'd like it if the channel was a little bit more hot, but the crypto market has been ice cold, so it is what it is. Thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to all the viewers, and we'll catch you in the next video. See ya.